what other revenue streams do farmers have to really maximize their profit? Well, they can get involved in carbon credit marketplaces. In certain areas of the world, they have these certified emission reduction markets. These are something that was created by governments. They're regulated by the government. And the largest in the world is currently the European Union's emissions trading scheme, and that's about 80% of the market. And it's great for governments because they can raise money. So they really like to use these because they can just get taxes out of it. But it also has a benefit for the environment. Another type of market is the voluntary emissions reduction markets, and these are bigger in the United States right now because we don't have an overall plan for, well, we have plans to introduce some certified emission reduction markets in the US, but nothing's really in place right now. But what we do have are these voluntary ones, and they're created with industry standards. Many of them are blockchain based. They're trying to solve for the issues of double spending of credits, just not keeping good tallies. There are lots of issues in these markets with just keeping their data straight. So some of them have moved to the blockchain, which is just one way to solve for that. They're smaller, but by purchasing these credits, you can have a positive impact on the environment, and you can brag about it if you're a company too. So you'll see that. The other cool thing is that anybody can buy them. If you want to go to Cool Effect right now, you could offset your entire year of carbon just for $250 if you wanted to do that. So what is a carbon credit? It's a permit that allows a company to emit carbon up to a certain amount. That's all that it is. But how does it work? In the CER marketplaces, which are set by the government, they will put a cap on the amount of emissions that can be emitted for the entire industry. They'll regulate certain types of businesses and put a cap on them. So the businesses are either given or need to purchase carbon credits, and over time the number of credits that are allowed into this marketplace reduce because we're trying to reduce emissions. So over time they're going to need to invest in lowering their emissions, or else their costs will go up because they're going to have to pay to purchase other credits or to pay an additional tax, whatever the market is requiring for them to do. So if they're not able to meet their limit, they can purchase carbon credits for other companies or purchase carbon reduction credits from carbon reduction projects. And carbon reduction projects, they earn carbon offsetting credits by reducing greenhouse gases. So a carbon offset credit is generated by a carbon reducing project, and they can be purchased by emitters to increase their credit allowance, once again for goodwill and marketing. And there are a few different types of these credits, and they can be generated from a different variety of activities. The reduction offset credit is good. It is generated when you reduce your energy use or reduce fertilizers. The avoidance offset is another type, which is a little bit better. You can gain these from avoiding deforestation of agricultural land or using renewable energy. And the removal offset is all about actually taking that carbon in the atmosphere and storing it somewhere in ground or in the trees. And this is going to take the longest amount of time to have an impact, but it is really the most impactful overall. So we really need to get that carbon out of the air in order to reverse climate change.